For sure. Lifeline is easily my favorite character. I even have a Funko Pop of her right here. It's my girl.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Who's Joe YouTube Edition.
Who's Joe? Who the is Joe?
Who's Joe?
But it's usually Apex. This strategy is known as the yeet. I'm in it to win it. Gosh darn, I blinked again. I would remove Wraith.
Today, I am here with TheBobbyLobby, and why don't you go ahead and tell us a little about yourself?
How's it going? I'm TheBobbyLobby, aka Bobby, and I'm a Twitch streamer and content creator.
So we are going to start the staring contest with the same question that we've asked everybody else, and we will start it when you start answering. First question: if you could collaborate with anybody on anything, who would it be? And we will start the countdown now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Well, if I had to collaborate with any content creator, it would probably be Sam Woodhull on some short films. I think he's a very, very, very talented filmmaker and content creator and editor, and I would love to have his eyes on something. So Sam Woodhull for sure. Harris Heller. What else? Damn it, I blinked. Oh, I was doing good. Okay. I would probably also choose Harris Heller. Someone I would definitely like to collaborate on. And King Vader. I think King Vader is another big creator. He's mainly on like YouTube and Instagram, and his style of content is very similar to what I want to be doing. So probably those three. It's a big top three.
Well, you were definitely doing a good job of not blinking, so bravo on that.
I'm trying, man.
Explain the yeet for my viewers.
The yeet. Well, the definition of yeet would probably be to huck or throw something as far as you possibly can. And I blinked again. As far as you possibly can. And that will be known as the yeet. And the reason I blinked again. Screw it. This question, I'm nixing it. This question, I'm not doing the staring. But the reason B probably asked that is because one of the streams we were playing and I was throwing arc stars and stuff, and he had me record. He recorded it when I said it on voice chat, and I literally said, "This strategy is known as the yeet," and that he plays all the time when we're playing Apex. So that is what the yeet is. That is the strategy known as the yeet.
For everybody who's watched my videos before now, you know that I'm going to attempt to go the rest of the interview without blinking as well. I am now 31-0. So we're just going to see how long this train will go. So how do you decide what you stream?
Well, predominantly I stream Apex. It is my favorite game to stream. It's not the only game that I play, but I predominantly stream Apex. But if there's a new game that I'm excited about, I'll play that. If there's things that I can play with other creators or my girlfriend or playing with viewers, I'll run that as well. But it's usually Apex.
So when did you start playing Apex?
I started day one. I was not a Titanfall fan. I never played Titanfall. It sounded like a dope game. I have always wanted to try it out. I had some friends who were into it, but I never played Titanfall. And if you remember or not, Respawn, who developed Titanfall, announced and released Apex the same day. So no one even knew about it. It was a huge surprise. Dropped that day. It seemed awesome. And I had seen it. And I think a week later after release, or not even a week later, my friend Alex invited me over to play it. I was hanging out with him. We were playing Super Smash Bros. One of my all-time favorite games. Like ever in history of everything. And he invited me over and we were playing Smash. Then he's like, dude, you want to play this new Apex game? I was like, oh yeah, I haven't played it. Like I heard it was dope. First game I played Bloodhound, and I won my first game on Apex. And I was like, oh, this game's dope. I should play it. And that was season 1, like right in the very beginning. And I have never dropped the game since. I've been playing it ever since then.
What's your favorite Apex character?
Lifeline. For sure. Lifeline is easily my favorite character. I even have a Funko Pop of her right here. It's my girl. The new season, I have gotten to play it a little bit. It released today. And I, at first was, before the patch notes released, I was very hesitant because they removed a big aspect of Lifeline's kit, her shield or revive shield. And they added a lot of new things though, and they changed. I think she got a buff, even though they removed the old most important part of her kit. Now everything else in her kit is better, so she just feels, she plays different, but she feels way better.
So with how much you play Apex, obviously you know a fair amount about the Apex community, but if there was one thing, like one specific thing you could take out of the Apex community and change, what would that one thing be?
Wraith. I would remove Wraith just because she's the most played. They give her the coolest skins, the coolest frames, poses. She's too cool and too good, and they need to take her out of the game.
Alrighty. Well, I've interviewed B-Wine. I've interviewed Red Vector. I'm interviewing you now, and I've got an interview coming up with Chelsea Bites.
Let's go.
Tell us a little about Click Sports.
Click Sport. Yeah. Click Sport was a show put on by the Crown Channel. It was an intergalactic gamer competition between Earth's best gamers and me. Chelsea, B, Red, and I were four of the contestants. Red and I were partners, and we won. And we were fighting against a intergalactic overlord named Zoc Aventus. And it was a cool game show where we played a few different games. We played Last Day on Earth, which is a mobile game. We played Warframe, which was a lot of fun. And we played World of Tanks, which was awesome. And it was a lot of fun. It was really cool. We were on the front page of Twitch all 3 days, streaming to millions of people, having a great time. Chat was blown up. It was a lot of fun. And it was also really cool to be able to kind of not directly communicate like myself, but like work with the cool developers for these games, for World of Tanks and Warframe. Specifically, my experiences with them were really cool. So it was a lot of fun. I would do it again in a heartbeat, and it's probably going to happen this year at some point. So
what do you see the future for things like Click Sport and Chasing the Crown and Crown Channel being on streaming avenues and video avenues? Because obviously they did incredibly well.
Yeah, I think that is, I'm of the belief that I think live streaming is going to be the future. And especially higher production stuff could be put on as shows themselves. And so I think Crown is doing a really cool thing with these game shows they're putting on, these like little side shows that they have going. They have a sports thing going. They have a cooking show going. They have a ton of stuff. And I think shows like Chasing the Crown or Click Sport are going to be the future of, I think they're going to make a new medium of game shows.
Yeah, obviously you've worked with Red and you've worked with B, but if you could approach them saying that there was one specific thing more geared towards what you like to do that you would want to collaborate with those two on, what would that be?
Skits. I would love to be able to do films, like short films, skits and stuff like that, and write out and focus more on the acting aspect. I mean, us three, all of us have an acting background. Them more so voice acting than me, which I want to get into voice acting really badly. I've just never done it before. But having done on camera stuff and making videos since I was like 9 years old with my cousins and friends and stuff, I would love to. It makes it difficult that Red lives in Texas now, but I would love to like meet up and make like short films. So if we can put on YouTube would be cool. That's probably the main avenue we could put it on, but actually getting a cast together and making short films and skits would be ideal. I would love to do that so much.
It's actually kind of a perfect lead into my next question is what is I know you have a background in acting, but what's your background in acting?
So my background in acting is ever since I was 5, I've been interested in acting. I remember watching stuff on TV and saying that I told my mom apparently that like I want to do that, and so I'm from St. Louis, Missouri originally, and I met with a few years passed and I got signed up with like the agency that was there, and I started doing a couple on camera stuff. There wasn't a lot in early 2000s St. Louis, Missouri for film and commercial work, but I auditioned for a couple on camera things, and then through grade school, and then especially in high school, I did a lot of theater work, on stage work, which was totally different experience, but so much fun. and I just love the craft so much. And then after high school, mainly in high school, I was more focused on auditioning and going to auditions and getting on camera stuff. And then afterwards, for a little bit, I was focusing on auditioning, and I've taken a break from it since and focused on new things, obviously. But I do really want to get back into it.
How do you incorporate your acting skills into your streaming?
There's a couple ways. I mean, if you want to be more direct using my acting experience, I have a channel point redemption called Impressions, where someone can redeem impressions, and then I will try to impersonate that person. Not for like a long, lengthy period of time, but I will do my best to impersonate them, which is a lot of fun.
What's your favorite impression to do on stream?
On stream, I don't know. It's really funny when people have redeemed Red Vector and BYN a couple times. So someone redeemed someone redeemed Fuse from Apex, who's an Australian. I am not good at. I'm decent at accents. I say I'm not great. I'm decent. I'm not great. And someone redeemed Arnold Schwarzenegger, I think, one time. It was funny. But yeah, there's a few that are fun. I don't really have a set impersonation that I think I'm great at. But there's a lot that are just fun. It's fun to like try and hear that person's voice and then emulate it.
I've got a prompt for you.
Okay.
Red Vector doing one of my interview videos again, doing a second staring contest interview. What do you think he'd sound like the second time?
Okay, he'd probably come in and he'd be like, "All right, Joe, you think you had me the first time, but I'm here to get the gold. Okay? I'm in it to win it. And gosh darn, I blinked again. How do I keep blinking?" It's the gosh darn. That's my favorite thing. The gosh darn. It's the best.
What do you see your future as a streamer being? Like 5 years from now, what would you like to be doing as a streamer?
Hopefully still doing it. That would be nice. I don't know. I would like to be more have a more developed brand. Right now I've made a few videos on TikTok. I haven't started on YouTube quite yet, but I would love to be able to be making content on YouTube, doing those short films and stuff like that, and doing my acting as well. But then have streaming as more of a way. I mean, who knows? You know, I never know what things are going to progress into. So I'm kind of just going with the flow and doing my best. But I'd love it to be more focused on engagement about things that I'm already doing outside of stream, and then the gaming becomes secondary. Where say I'm releasing videos, I'm editing, I'm meeting with people, I'm doing events, I'm going to be in a movie or a commercial or a TV show or something, and I can talk to my chat about it, and we'll just be hanging out. It's more like as opposed to the engagement and the gaming being in line with how it is now. I would love the engagement to be more so in the gaming. It's just like, oh, we're gaming because we're hanging out and I want to play this, you know, because I'm a gamer. I'm always going to love playing video games.
If you could pick one active intellectual property out there, whether it be in TV or film, to basically insert yourself into as a character, would you have like a favorite one that you would want to jump into and get really excited about?
I mean, shoot, if I could be in Star Wars, I'd lose my damn mind. And not just like an extra who's like there for 3 episodes and like flies the ship and then dies. Like I'd love to actually be a solidified character in Star Wars. That would be a dream come true for me. But if I can't get into Star Wars, maybe Marvel would be incredible. I think those are like 2 big names that everyone really throws out. But as someone who's like, I'm usually really jokey and I like to view myself as like a comedic person. I usually tend to be drawn towards like dramatic or like action stuff, like as an actor, like to perform. So I don't know, something like that.
Well, I think we've got enough at this point. So I am now 31-0, and I am going to get you to say I was not able to beat Joe in a staring contest.
My name is TheBobbyLobby, and I was not able to beat Joe in a staring contest.
All right. So who would you like to call out to be on the other end, be in a staring contest with me, and be a guest.
I think it'll be good. You should. I'm going to challenge my friend Neat on the Rocks, my boy Noah. He's a very talented video editor and content creator. Excuse me. He's an awesome guy, and I'd like to see how he does with the staring contest.
And I am going to make a personal challenge. I've been doing this in the past few videos. I'm going to make a personal challenge to you and the entire Crown Channel team for a gauntlet staring match. Line all of you up. When one of them blinks, next comes up. When the next blinks, the next comes up, so that up to the point where either the entire Crown Channel team blinks or I blink.
Wow. Yeah. Let's humiliate us a little bit more and make just to prove that 4v1 we still lose. In Apex, we just call that a fat L. That's what that would be considered. So, yeah, but I'm down.
What are you doing? What do you have going on? What do you have to plug? What do you have to talk about?
Well, I am going to be playing Apex today because the new season just dropped today. The next 4 days, I normally stream 2 days a week, but with the new season of Apex, I said, screw it. We're streaming 4 days a week this week. We're streaming Monday through Thursday. But today and tomorrow we're playing Apex, and then on Thursday I have a charity stream on Among Us with Neat on the Rocks, actually, which with a bunch of other creators for charity for St. Jude, which is awesome. And speaking of charity, I actually have another charity stream myself that I have in the works later this month. So definitely stay tuned for that. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
I'm going to put a link to your Twitter account, a link to your Twitch account, a link to any account that you would like linked in the video description.
Bet. Thank you very much.
Everybody just watching, go check out his stuff and check out the charity he has coming up. But that's going to be it for another episode of Who's Joe YouTube Edition. If you haven't already liked the video, go ahead and do that. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do that. If you haven't already followed the Bobby Lobby on Twitch, go ahead and do that. I am now 26 minutes without blinking, 31-0. There will be one video down here at the bottom left that I've recommended, one video down here at the bottom right that YouTube has recommended. Watch one of them, watch both of them, watch all of them, and we will see y'all the next time.